are doing 5 nights of easy and delicious Instant Pot dinners. Tonight, our very first night, is lazy lasagna. It's been a good bit since I made that, and we're gonna make it happen. Don't be scared, because I also have been telling myself all day, I didn't get my run in this morning, and I've been telling myself this afternoon I would get a long run in. But let's get dinner going in the Instant Pot first, and then we'll see if Mama can hit the pavement for a bit. Yay. But before we get going, I got my slow cookers I need to get put away, just a little housekeeping. We gotta get the ground beef browning for dinner, so let's get moving. So it'll be super precious. We're just going to brown 2 pounds of meat. This is a nice, sensible recipe. So normal folks who aren't feeding 9 to 12 people, let's see, how many will I be feeding? I'm not eating this particular recipe. Actually, had to do my count on how many people are eating here tonight. So it's gonna be about 9. There's not gonna be any leftovers. Thank you to Temu for sponsoring today's video. Let me share with you my recent kitchen Temu haul. One of the first things I want to show you that I just got my Temu order, and I'm going to show you this, actually the little book that came with it, okay? It's these magnetic racks, but this is so fun. These go on the side of the refrigerator. I mean, honestly, they could go wherever you would want on your refrigerator. You can get these magnetic storage racks, and again, it's a 4-pack, but I only have 2 hands to hold, or maybe, okay, hold on. Let's stack it. You can get these for only $3.50 on the Temu app. These are regularly $34.79, or you can get them for $17.39 on the Temu website. They have this 12-piece airtight storage container set. You won't believe the price. There's the storage lids in here, and also the little stickers you can write on with a chalk marker, and even this larger storage bin. And these come with one of the white markers to write on your labels. And these are fantastic storage containers. I have some similar to this already. Of course, they were not this inexpensive. And they're great for keeping chocolate chips and brown sugar and other baking items in. This 12-piece storage container set on the Temu app is currently only $2.30, regularly $22.64, or you can find these on the Temu website for just $11.32, which means new users can save around $20 on the Temu app, or $11 on the Temu website. Again, these will be linked down in the description below. Temu offers a site-wide sale with savings up to 90% off. They also have free shipping and free returns for up to 90 days. Be sure to click the first link in the description below to download the Temu app. To download the Temu app and get a $100 coupon bundle for free and save even more. Or just search my code DKS3767 in the Temu search bar to claim. But it'll be a nice, sensible 1 meal go for my family. And then for your regular old size family of 3 or 4, look at you, you'll have leftovers. So I don't know, actually. Okay, so I already said I was doing 2 pounds, but I have 3 pounds defrosted, and I can't do too much, right? So I'm gonna cook the extra pound and then just save that, like for my own little mama lunches, whatever I want to throw some extra ground beef on. That's okay. I think we could probably do 3 pounds in this pan. Let's see. Let's look at 2. Maybe I'll need to do the 2, and then I'll just throw the 3rd one in there separate. I could have done that and not even told you, but here I am. This is our grass-fed, grass-finished ground beef from J&L Green Farm. I am getting to the end of my ground beef, and I do have many other beef cuts though. I need to go through, I think I mentioned in another video recently, I need to go through and work on my basement, work on my inventory, my pantry room, my freezers. I've shared with you about the things I threw in the freezers last summer before life fell apart. Like we recently just canned all of those mystery pounds of that sweet cherry jam. Yep, this will be pushing it, but that's what you come here for, right? Okay, and this is still a little frozen in the middle. Anyway, we canned the cherries, but I mentioned there's some tomatoes in there, there's some grapes, there's some other berries. But even with the meat in my freezers, it's just time, you know. Normal world, perfect world, I would have been on top of all of that, and now I just need to like spend some time with it. Okay, we need to go down there and just kind of see what's what, see where I am, see if I need to put, I mean, I might need to get a whole other cow order, and here it is, I'm filming this coming into February, and I may not be able to get the full cow, you know, once they raise them and they process it, and then we pick up the meat. Maybe it's not till March or April. Total speculation, but I do know I'm getting to the end of my ground beef, and I do know I have ground beef recipes to do. And I have my easily distracted by cow running shirt on. I did actually order the other day after I ran my third 5K, I ordered some running shirts that say things like run and runner. So I'm not only wearing farm shirts when I do my running events. And I will, let's see, I'm signed up for a variety of races, but I have a half marathon coming up. It's not until April, and again, I got time to train, and I'm using the free Nike running app, but they also, I've been using it to track, sorry, ground beef's cooking, we have a minute to talk. I've been using it to track my runs and my miles, but they also have training plans. I'm starting their 18-week full marathon training plan, because if I am trained to run a full marathon in 18 weeks, I know I'll be ready for my half marathon within that time. But I will be signing up for my first full marathon. It probably won't be until the fall. And I didn't even think I was running a full marathon in 2024, but now I'm like, I can train for it, I can do it. My body's been doing amazing things, let's do it. So I'm just flipping the ground beef over, and I've been working on getting the other ingredients out that we need for the Instapot. So we will get all that out and ready to go. Now I don't have everything exactly how the recipe calls for it, in that for the recipe talks about using mini lasagna noodles. That's all cute and all, but I got a different shaped noodle. It'll all be okay. Also, it calls for 2 28-ounce cans of crushed tomatoes, but again, I'm using what I have upstairs and what's easiest for me. I probably have some crushed tomatoes in my downstairs pantry, but again, I'm trying to get my run in today. So I have a can of petite diced tomatoes, and then I have a can of just tomato sauce, and that's just what we're going to use. It also calls for some cottage cheese and some shredded mozzarella. You know me, it's whatever bag of shredded cheese I have already open. So probably some sort of Colby blend, that's okay. So I'm just gonna pull everything together while this ground beef continues to cook. Let's see, do I have that on all the way? There we go, okay. Low medium. Turn my little fan on here, and we're doing it. is the recipe I'm going off of. This is from my electric pressure cooker meal plan that I have available. I believe I also have this recipe up over on my blog, so I will link it down in the description below. But like I say, I'm using the ingredients that I have available. Also, I'm not going to saute the onion in the Instant Pot. And that's because I already have a pan that's dirty from my ground beef, and it's going to be just as easy for me to saute the onion and the garlic in this pan. So I'm going to do that, and then we are going to mix the ground beef, the 2 pounds of it. I'm going to pull a pound off, the sauteed onion and garlic, our tomato sauces there, and our seasonings. We're going to mix all that in a bowl. We're going to put the pasta at the bottom of the Instant Pot, and then our bowl of mixture on top of the pasta. And what's nice is we then just set the Instant Pot for 4 minutes on manual. Of course, it takes a little longer than that because we're going to build up pressure and then let off the pressure. But at the end, we will add in the cottage cheese and top it with our random shredded cheese we have available. And my folks, I mean, it's already gone. The ground beef's not even fully cooked, and this is already gone. That's how good it is. Eyeballing, taking off that extra pound. Pretty good there. Ooh, smoking up. I could have got my onion chopped. I need to pull it together a little more. So I'm just putting the ground beef in this mixing bowl, and then like I said, we'll dump in the other ingredients. I'm just saute an onion quickly. It's okay, we can do it. And this is really lean beef. And this is a pretty big onion, so again, the recipe calls for 2 onions, but I'm eyeballing this and deciding, yeah, you're about 2 onions good. Not my best knife though. Alrighty, so let's get this onion cooked up. While that is going down, we'll get our little bowl of sauce ready. At least get the noodles dumped in the Instant Pot. Just do all we can, do all we can. And then we'll add the onions and the garlic to the sauce. That'll be, we'll really be getting somewhere then. Just go ahead and dump my garlic in here. I'm not measuring because I have just a little bit of garlic left here. Looks good enough to me. Smell real good. This is about the point where I have family folks that start coming in the kitchen because of the onion and garlic smells. Even the younger ones love the smell of garlic and onion cooking. So that means Mama's doing something right? Full disclosure, full transparency. Well, I need that fan on. I got busy on my phone doing work things, answering emails, burnt my onion, burnt my garlic. So how are we gonna compensate? I'm just gonna add onion powder and garlic powder to it. It'll be okay. Because again, Mama is going on a run. I'm not chopping another onion, but I did burn that other onion like professional level onion burn. So let's see here. Onion powder, garlic powder to the rescue. I won't tell the kids if you don't. And oh, I do have some kind of sauce on there. I've gotten several questions about my can opener lately. Sauce won't be included, but it's a Hamilton Beach. Probably 5 times in the last week I have seen Jamerrill, what's your can opener, what's your can opener. It's a Hamilton Beach. It's one of those that takes the little lid off the top. I almost feel like one of you sent this to me, but you may not have. Anyway, you can find this, yes. I do not have it linked anywhere, but that is my can opener. Oops, I did not mean to do that. But it does pretty well. Hadn't done me dirty too many times, so I do approve. Alrighty, so I've got the ground beef here. Going to pour my sauces in it. We still did not put the noodles in, and I said we would. We will get to that in a moment. And so, hold on here. Okay. We're doing 2 teaspoons basil. Towel to wipe my measuring spoon off. Then we're doing 2 teaspoons of oregano. And then we will just continue with the 2 teaspoons. I need to also put some salt. Go run and wash this real quick. All right, and we will continue on. Our 2 teaspoon tray here. Had to go rinse it off and dry it real quick again. Alrighty, so this is 2 16-ounce packages of random noodles, random Sharp Shopper noodles from my cabinet. Woo. So it is stirred up nice now. We're gonna dump this over the noodles, but I'm not going to stir. At the end, when we take the lid off, we will gently stir in the cottage cheese. It's 2 cups of cottage cheese, and I have about 1 cup left in 2 open containers. So that'll work. And at that point, we'll also sprinkle in the shredded cheese. And I need about ½ teaspoon of pepper, so I'll get that real quick too. So here we go. That's what our sauce looks like. And there's our noodles. And here's my tripod being odd in the background. Okay, so that's what things look like. Now we're just going to put our lid on. And now, let's see here, pressure. There we go. And then we just take it all the way down to 4 minutes. Again, it's gonna take longer than 4 minutes because it's gonna build up pressure and release at the end, but still, this is a lower setting. Now I'm just gonna clean up, and it won't even take you as long as it took me. Of course, I'm here talking through everything and massacring onions and answering emails and plotting to go on a 10K run, but we're doing things. Okay, well, you never know what you're gonna get over here. I got a burn notice on my Instant Pot, okay? And now, this is going to be a week's worth of Instant Pot dinners and me trying to save dinner. So, you get a burn notice on your Instant Pot. What does that mean? Usually it means it's not enough liquid. I think what happened in my case is I usually use those mini lasagna noodles or a much smaller noodle, and I used big fat noodles. And I have not made this recipe using big fat noodles before, and they all kept clumping. I tried twice. I have the dirty Instant Pot. Here, hold on, let me dump the soap out of this one. Let me just show you. All those big fat noodles kept clumping on the bottom of my Instant Pot liners. I tried it a second time, salvaged them the best I could, hoping it was a fluke. It's happened twice. So I think it was my switch out of the big fat noodles. Hold on here, let's see if I can save my big fat life. Let me put more soap in that. Okay, so, thinking through, Mama. How do we save dinner? Oh, so in the past, every time I've used the little smaller noodles, and this has turned out wonderful. There's video footage. I have done this recipe over the years, but I've been on YouTube like a decade now. So sometimes I can do the same recipe, you know, like 4 years later, and it's like, oh, I've never seen you do that lazy lasagna before. Anyway, let me turn the water off. So, Houston, we have a problem. Again, do the recipe, follow the directions. Don't switch out the noodles for what you have on hand, because apparently that didn't work for me. Okay, still haven't gone on my run. I will not be doing a 10K longer run. I will be doing a 5K run now, but I'm gonna save dinner, so yay. So I'm gonna actually divide this between 2 pans. The noodles are about halfway done. Mix in my cottage cheese, top with shredded cheese. Put some foil over the top. I'm gonna also need to dump a little bit more spaghetti. I'm just gonna fix this up all kinds of good ways. So watch me save dinner. Okay. Saving dinner, saving dinner. So there's fort making going on in the other room. Hello, winter, and lots of fun and excitement going on with that. So, you know, sometimes in my videos, actually a lot lately, I don't use the audio from real life, and I do voiceover. Oh, come on, we can do this. But then that voiceover looks like me sitting in my car for another hour after I've already put hours into the video. And so I'm just trying to live this mama YouTube life, save dinner, honor the time I spend. This would be much better. Use a mixing bowl, okay? Use a mixing bowl. This is definitely, I don't feel like this is lazy lasagna. I feel like this is giving me gray hair lasagna. Okay. These noodles are going to expand some more though, and I am going to use a second dish. It's going to be great though, it's going to be great. This is what we're saying, right? This is 2024. 2024 is going to be great. We have our positive words of encouragement. So our squeals of happiness. Okay, so after your totally messed up Instant Pot recipe, you switch out, you use the wrong noodles, people still need to eat, you want to go on a run, but you gotta still save dinner and get your video made, Mama. So I filled out, so you fill 2 casserole pans. Mix in your cottage cheese. Now we're gonna top with some shredded cheese. Like I say, I'm going to put some foil on the top. And then, as long as everyone else is holding it together, I'm going to go for my run. I do have another adult in the house that helps make that possible, so I can do that. Okay, I think this is going to be good. Okay. We'll see. Keep watching this video and see if my other 4 Instant Pot attempts this week turn out. And if not, it'll be how to salvage dinner every time things don't go as planned. Kind of like life, right? How to salvage life when things don't go as planned. Okay, there's that. Foil. Alrighty. I'll let you know how that turns out. Yay! As I say, yay, we're doing things. Hopefully we are saving dinner. It's very cold out. I've been walking to warm up. I shall not give up. Oh, it's nice and warm in front of this oven. What's that meme that's going around? Open your oven door to heat your house with heat you've already paid for. I just want to check on these noodles here. This is probably pretty close to being done. Alrighty. Come on, Spoon, you can do it. Thank you. It's very cold out, like I said. I don't really know how cold it is, but it's, you know, it was 70 on Friday, so it's probably like 37 today, because that makes it Virginia. This all looks very nice. Might actually need about 10 more minutes. Okay. Which is what I had left on my timer. I just, you know, didn't want to ruin it like I did the onions and all my other failures. Okay, back in. I'm sure it's the same, yeah. Okay. So since I'm going to be running, I'm going to have you, teenagers are helpful, I'm going to have a teenager set a timer on their watch for about 15 minutes, and in 15 minutes I will just have them set these out, and I'll be back inside here before we know it. It's coming together. Okay, Mama saved dinner and Mama ran a 6K, 3.73 miles, I think it said. Anyway, because you know I wanted to do a 10K, didn't want to just do a 5K. That was my little compromise there for tonight. But you see, we saved dinner. That ended up being 375 covered with foil for about 30 minutes. Noodles are perfect now. And there you go. How to help yourself. I'm going to try to get those smaller noodles ordered. They're not available locally right now. And by the end of this video, can I do that recipe right and not flub it up? We'll see. Your guess is as good as mine. All right. Very popular. And we have the other one over here, so that'll be for tomorrow. Lots of, this is so good, I love it. So again, we ate. Welcome back again today, friends. We are doing our second Instant Pot recipe, and this one is going to cooperate and it's going to be great. But I will say that I did order the other smaller noodle that I usually use in that recipe. I ordered it on Amazon, so hopefully I'll get that in and be able to do that right by the end of the video. But no one has minded the leftovers from where I pulled that together and saved dinner and did it in the oven. So today we are doing a Cajun sausage and potatoes in the Instant Pot. Now this recipe also calls for green beans, and whenever I put my little things I needed into my Walmart grocery pickup order, they did not have any green beans. So I'm just letting that be, it'll be okay. But it's the sausage, it's the potatoes, it's also some Cajun seasoning, some butter, some chicken broth, really easy. It's gonna be another 4 minutes on the manual high, and dinner will be done. Potatoes, and we are also going to cut up the sausage, and we will put that along with the butter and the seasoning. Alrighty, so more broth, we did it. I am going to put about 1.5 cups of broth in the bottom of my Instant Pot here. That will be our liquid. Alrighty. Then I'm gonna put these potatoes in, and then we will chop up the sausage and throw that in. The Cajun seasoning is just to your family's personal preferences. You honestly could just use the sausage and leave it out if you'd like. I'm going to put a little in. Actually, I think I can get the rest. Well, I better not get into adapting and squeezing too many extra adventures in these recipes right now, huh? Just leave it alone, Jamerrill, leave it alone. Okay, so now I'm gonna chop up the sausage. I actually see they gave me 2 different flavors of sausage. Okay, okay, very good, very good. I'm sure it'll be delicious. Little variety there for us. Then I don't like leaving things in circles. I always like, you know, it's the moms who've had a kid choke on a hot dog or try to choke on a hot dog. I did have that happen once. Always take everything and slice it in half again. All right, now we'll get this here. Okay, so I'm going for it. I had a few small potatoes left over, and since we don't have the green beans that go in here, I'm just gonna add these couple extra potatoes. Need to grab a wooden spoon real quick. All right. Going to add a tablespoon, which is 3 teaspoons of Cajun seasoning. We are going to stir that around, and then just a little salt, pepper. And then the butter. Again, we have chicken broth on the bottom. Alrighty, it is done. So I'm gonna get a bowl out and show ya. Alrighty, so here we go. There is the sausage and potatoes, and there is our bowl of it. So happy dinner tonight. It's boiling hot right now, like you see all the steam, but definitely will be a delicious dinner. Well, friends, good afternoon. We are just continuing on with our 5 Instant Pot recipes. One I owe you a rematch with, but that's a coming. We're just waiting for the noodles to arrive. I still have 4 more recipes to go and 1 remake. So you still get a whole lot of Instant Pot in this video. Anywho, I have everything out on the counter over here to do jalapeno popper soup. We're gonna get that going now. Now, I have an opportunity this evening. It's almost 5, and I basically could keep cooking and doing Instant Pot recipes for the next several hours. So let's see what happens. You know my big plans now. Sometimes it's like, oh, I thought I was gonna do 4 Instant Pot recipes in 4 hours, and these other 10 things blew up and it just didn't happen. But I'm hopeful that I might be able to just continue on and batch cook a bunch of these recipes. Don't you worry about this in real time. In a perfect world, I would be doing a different Instant Pot recipe every night. That's how the cool kids do it. But in my mama world, tomorrow, you want to hear my filming schedule? Tomorrow I'm filming 2 big grocery hauls, and then Saturday I'm filming a big freezer cooking day. And if I could have these Instant Pot recipes to you without them dragging on, I'm gonna go for it. And as we know from one of my recent slow cooker videos where I did 3 slow cooker dinners in one day to be able to show the recipes with you more quickly, my folks here do not mind if the refrigerator has several dinners prepped and ready to go, because then we get to live out our buffet dreams. Everyone gets what they like and what they love. We're all happy. I'm happy, kids are happy, you're happy, YouTube's happy. All right, so let's get cooking on this jalapeno popper soup. And also meal prep continues because we did the 10-quart slow cooker today. Whoo, it's unplugged now. But boy, did we, I think it was 6 pounds of sweet potatoes. Some have already been eaten. So, as I say, getting ready to film grocery hauls tomorrow and just meal prepping and using up different things. Yay. I also brought up, broth hopes and dreams are down in my candy pantry. Again, they were down lower, and that's where I missed them. So we have broth, we'll need that. The first thing we're gonna do is dice up about 3 pounds of chicken and an onion, and then we will cook that in batches, saute it here in the Instant Pot before we do our little bit more cooking in there. Let me get the right cutting board. jalapenos here. I have taco seasoning, cream cheese, chicken broth, chicken. Get my favorite knife, just makes it all better. Ooh. I'm going to saute the onions and brown the chicken in batches. We'll get some butter going in here. Saute button, yay, Instant Pot. So I chopped up the 3-ish pounds of chicken, an onion, and about 4 jalapenos. But we're going to do, again, the chicken and the onions. And then there were other, well then we'll deglaze the pot with the broth that this recipe calls for anyway. And then we'll add in our other ingredients and then we will set it and forget it for a bit. Actually, I'm getting lost in all my recipes. I have 3 recipes I'm hoping to do tonight. I've done 2 already, and then I'm gonna remake the first one. I'm not doing 4 tonight. Okay, I just, let me see into the depths of my drawer. I'm missing my other little hot pad. Got one here. We could dump this into the bowl, and then we will pour our broth in and deglaze the pot. Some of my chicken was still partially frozen, so it didn't really brown the bottom of the pot too much. We don't want those burn notices though, so we will still do our due diligence here. Okay. See, this has been one of my tripods. Yeah, Toby. Tobin is here eating some chocolate chips, aren't you? Yummy chocolate chips. So good. Another one. So now we're going to put this broth in. We're going to put our chicken and onions back in. Do our taco seasoning, and also our jalapenos and our garlic. There we go. Our little jar lifter going. Okay, so we're all done over here in the Instapot, and I released, all the steam, the pressure, all of that is done. It does smell delicious. And I'm going to put in the cream cheese now and some shredded cheese. I was just looking for this recipe and my next two that I'm doing this evening. Every single one calls for heavy cream. And when I did my grocery pickup order, I thought I had some. So shoot on that. We will, again, add some more broth each time. Going to put in our cream cheese. Ice maker is going to be with us. I'm going to put in shredded cheese. This is the bottom of the bag shredded cheese. It was total of 3 cups of shredded cheese. I think that was only about a cup. I will have to make a journey down to get some more. And I'm just gonna let that sit in here and melt a little bit, and we will return back to it. So I have some cheese that we can shred the old-fashioned way, which is fine. This is actually a block of cheese I had left from Azure. Still letting things melt down here. And then we have this little handy dandy manually operated whisk that we got from Temu. So just gotta use that to spin things up in here a bit. Scoop it out, a delicious bowl to show you. Alrighty, and then you can of course top it with some more shredded cheese. It is absolutely delicious. Okay. Now I'm hungry and it's hot. And it's a little spicy too, so we'll see if I can do both. Handle the spice and the temperature of the soup. Very good. Very hot, but hot chicken, but very good. This will definitely be. I have some teen folks that will definitely love this. My younger folks aren't going to eat it, and this can be, what would that be? 2 or 3 days maybe of mom lunches, but very delicious. And now, on to the next recipe. We're doing it. Well, friends, we're back, and it's another day. It's not the day where I thought I'd get through most of my recipes that evening, because hashtag mom life, working mom life, stuff comes up. But it was a good effort, and I got a decent amount done in other areas that evening. All is well. Back to the Instant Pot recipes, but you know you'll get some life within even the recipes. So I have this chicken that I pre-cooked for our next 2 recipes. You don't have to pre-cook it. You can saute it in your Instant Pot on your particular cooking day. Again, I'll have all these recipes linked below as well. But I went ahead and yesterday I threw the rest of the chicken in the Instant Pot at one point when I couldn't babysit it, and I was doing other things to at least have the chicken cooked for these recipes to run through it with you. And I'm also going to go ahead and chop up 2 onions, and that'll be for this chicken and ranch Instant Pot recipe, and also for the chicken and dumplings. And my smaller Cropper noodles came, so I'm going to remake the first recipe for you in the Instant Pot as well. So we are just moving along. Now I do plan to go on a long run this morning. When I'm filming this, it is a Saturday morning, and I should be able to get a nice long run in. The nice thing whenever you put something in your Instant Pot is it's going to keep it nice and warm for you. And that is very helpful. So I am just chopping through this. We're going to get this recipe going. I'm doing my run. I'm hoping to get a 10K in this morning, which would be nice. It's a little over 6 miles. And my kiddos all have things, and everybody's going in different directions. So it's a nice little window of time opportunity for me. I feel like I'm making a chicken mountain. And I will use some of the broth that the chicken made while it was cooking. And I also have half a jar left that I had opened the other night. So we are just working through this. This is one of my kitchen towels I got from Temu. We've been using those. a little olive oil here in the bottom of my Instant Pot. And gonna run to get things now. Grab a wooden spoon. Grab a plate of onions. Okay. Which is better if you saute them in some olive oil, of course. Okay. So in the chicken and ranch recipe, it calls for 2 cups of uncooked rice and also some ranch powder, which I have from when I did all those bulk spices from Azure, so that's good. And then we have our chicken. And let's see here. I'll have to look at how many cups of broth it calls for. Okay, and so this recipe calls for 2 cups of broth. I'm gonna just use what's in my Instant Pot here just to help that go. All right, so the onions are done. I'm going to pour in chicken broth. We'll scrape the bottom here. Okay, and then I'm going to put in our 2 cups of rice. I prepped that the other night and I washed it the other night also. It's just been sitting here waiting for me. And then it is 2 ounces of ranch mix, which per my Googling, a tablespoon equals approximately half an ounce. So it'll be 4 tablespoons to equal the 2 ounces because I don't have the little pre-measured like Hidden Valley Ranch here. We got Azure Ranch. Okay, very nice. All right, and so that is all mixed up, and now I'm going to add in my chicken on the top. Nice. And then put it on the lid, and I'm just going to set this for 8 minutes. I had it higher because I cooked a bunch of pounds of chicken the other day. Nice. Now we run. Gee, Jamerrill, how do you get these runs in? Well, mom life happens. All of life happens. I still didn't go on that run. The recipe is done. Other things are done. And I'm grating the 3 cups-ish of cheese. Also, mix in a cup of heavy cream, but you know my song and dance with that. Don't have any, that's okay. Go stir in the cheese. It smells delicious. I had someone just come in the house and say, oh my goodness, what is that smell? That smells amazing. And it is someone 6 years old. So, family approved. And so, this will be done. Then we'll run. Then we'll do the next 2 recipes. Gonna be great. Okay, I've got to pay attention to my grater so I don't grate my hand. Looks and smells delicious. So here we go before the cheese. I have a little baggie of cheese left from the last recipe we did. And it's just sat and waited for its moment to shine. All of these 2 big chunks and clumps I'm gonna add in. They will not be mad. Prettier if you can have like some cheddar in here too, but we have, I believe this is, oh well, this is, let me read, raw sharp cheddar. Okay, it's just not orange. so you really can't see a difference, but it is nice and cheesy. And I'll show you a bowl. So my folks will be, the folks that are here will be eating this for lunch here. Yum. Throwing it around, and there we go. Absolutely delicious, very ranchy, very cheesy, and even 6-year-old approved. Okay friends, so we are back. We made it from the run, and I am showing you my carrots and my celery. That just seems to be the thing to do. So we are going to do Instant Pot chicken and dumplings now. I'm going to peel down these carrots. Oh, also the ranch and rice, fantastic situation that we also just made in the Instant Pot was wonderful, and people gobbled that up for lunch, and it is gone and there are no leftovers. So there goes that. So this recipe now not only is for this video, it's also for dinner. Yay! All right, so I'm gonna get my knife back out. And I ran my 10K, we did it, and it was only the second time I've run a 10K. I ran the other one on Christmas, and I want to get, sorry, running life update, I want to get to where I'm doing at least one 10K a week as well when I do my runs. And so I ran my first one in 1 hour and 30 minutes, and I ran the second one in 1 hour and 24 minutes. Still, slow grandma times, and I'm a grandma, so I can say that, but I'm proud of me. As I love to say, we are doing it. Alright, so we are going to saute the carrots, the celery, and the onions here in the Instant Pot in a moment. Dropping my spoon there. Okay, so I'm going to add broth to this now. More that we're adding. I'm going to open one more jar of broth. One little jar opener. Now, I have another activity this evening, so I'm going to actually lay down and take a nap soon. You want to know my afternoon itinerary? But that's what I'm doing for myself, and that's good because I got my toddler down for a nap now too. So what do they say, moms? You rest when they rest. Let's see. So I'm going to put in a tablespoon of poultry seasoning also. Good there. Anyway, this, we will put it on for its time. I'm going to take my little power nap and get ready. And at the very end, this needs a bag of frozen peas, and say with me, a cup of heavy cream, which we do not have, added to it. It will be okay without that. We add all the ingredients, the sauteed carrot, celery, onions, broth, poultry seasoning, chicken, and the 2 cans of biscuits that are chopped up. We add it all in. And then again at the very end, we add in the bag of frozen peas, which I do have those. I will have to go downstairs to get them. So there we go. It's on manual for 7 minutes. Of course, it's going to take longer than the 7 minutes for the whole process. I'm going to go get my power nap and get my clothes changed, and then we'll add the peas to the end of this. Lazy lasagna recipe. Got the noodles in the mail. Instant Pot is out. Brand new day. Everyone loved the chicken and dumplings that I did yesterday. We do need to refill, there's our word for today. Refill the good old olive oil real quick here. And then we have 2 pounds of ground beef to cook. We're just gonna roll through it again. Hopefully this time it doesn't end up in the oven, but yay, there was an example on saving dinner. That's probably good there. Oh, please don't do me wrong. Okay. Well, there's our oil for our pan. Look at that. Planned it. meat is done and our onions are done, and I just ran downstairs to get my tomato products. We're gonna get the water that we need, grab our noodles that I could not get anywhere locally. We got them, thank you Amazon. My Walmart used to carry them. Maybe they sometimes do, maybe there's a shortage of them, haha. Okay, there we go. I tell you, winters in Virginia are something. So 2 weeks ago, winter was trying to kill us. Now, I'm not totally sold that winter's over because of course it's not. They're having these 50-some degree days and just gets my heart a-fluttering, gets all I hope a-going. All right, so we have our meat, a little bit of sirloin in there, but just a little more than half a pound. So I don't think anyone's gonna really know, but still, grass-fed, grass-finished, and defrosted. So I was either gonna make it for like someone's single lunch or throw it in this to make up for that missing pound of ground beef, and we're doing it. So I do have a few more little spices I need to get out here. Okay, so we've got salt and some oregano and basil that I'm going to put in here. In. And then we're going to stir, see if I can get in the shot. Gonna stir the pasta up and pour that in. Okay, but we are, okay, let me let my light in, okay. But we're not going to stir it together in the Instant Pot. Okay. Okay, so that is it for this moment. While this does its thing, I'm gonna go get changed for my run and we'll check back in. Alrighty, so I went and got changed, got my hair pulled back. This finished up, it looks delicious. The noodles cooperated, it all cooperated. That's what we like. And so now the only other thing I need to do is add the cottage cheese and shredded cheese. I should have been getting that ready, that's okay. Now whenever I went to get my cottage cheese, I dropped it. So we got a little running out the side. Cottage cheese action, there it is, a new one. And we're going to mix that in. Get shredded cheese as well. Yay, nice hot dinner. And I have some Parmesan. I think we'll add that instead of shredding some more. Okay, nope, I was wrong, so I just cut another hunk off and I will just shred this the old-fashioned way. They're delicious and cheesy. Everything worked out in the end. Use small noodles. Yay, yummy dinner for my folks. So friends, thank you so much for watching all of my Instant Pot and also dinner saving adventures for this week. I'm gonna go do my afternoon run now. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching, and I will chat with you down in those comments below. Bye-bye.